Welcome, everyone, to the Tethys Shipyard. I am Takeshi Yamato, the Yard Master, joining our host, the Housecoat Gamer.
Yo.
Our hero ship list goes into the realm of crossovers at this point, with the most famous YT-1300 light freighter in Star Wars history, the Millennium Falcon.
Note that this will also apply to a point to other YT-1300s you want to feature. We will touch upon the other YT series freighters, but we really want to get things set up. Get a basic line for anyone who wants to do this sort of thing.
Yep. And again, and another note, again, repeating from the X-Wing video, this is mainly for doing Star Trek Star Wars crossovers. If you want to play a Star Wars game by itself, Fantasy Flight Games came up with a very good system for that, including stats for all of the Star Wars ships. It is now probably being published by Edge Studios, and if you want to do a Star Wars game, go check that out. It is really good. That was how I first got into tabletops, actually.
Tangent aside, the YT series of freighters have been around for a good long time. They're quite popular, quite useful, and very nippy. The particular freighter we're looking at today is well over 100 years old.
Indeed.
And has had many names. And many configurations. Such as the one you see here, which is the Falcon as seen in the Disney-verse version of Solo, though with the sheer modularity of the YT-1300 series, this is actually quite plausible, and for once, Disney didn't screw up.
Yeah. Some of Disney's early attempts were decent. Rogue One. Rebels was fine. The sequel movies definitely no.
They didn't make it happen.
Yeah. And Solo...
iffy. The Falcon, at least, was not entirely garbage. Some of the things make sense. It even has a little auxiliary shuttle that fits into that little cargo space.
Indeed.
Anyway, the YT-1300, known as the Falcon, has been known by many names. The Stellar Envoy, as seen in Revenge of the Sith, meaning this is one of the few craft that has seen service throughout the entire franchise.
Yeah. It received its current name from its second most recent owner, Lando Calrissian.
When he lost it in a sabacc game with Han Solo and Chewbacca, the most famous people. The history of the Falcon after that point is well documented, so we're not going to waste any time.
Yep.
That said, we really should shift to its current configurations.
And here we have the Falcon in its iconic configuration.
Current.
Yes. As piloted by Han Solo during the original trilogy. Always a nightmare to repair because, well, and looking like it was held together with spit, baling wire, duct tape, and sheer willpower. Anyway, let's get into statting this thing. As usual, it's using the... with most Wars craft, you don't have too much in the way of advancements, so it still uses the same systems stat block as a regular YT. comms 6, computers 6, engines 9, sensors 7, structures 7, weapons 8. For department, well, we need to figure out a mission profile for this thing. Give me a moment.
Special operations. I mean, that's what this thing does.
Yeah, let's see.
I mean, think about it. When has this ship not been involved in some covert nonsense?
Fair enough. Let's see. Mission profiles. Okay, so yeah, probably not civilian merchant marine.
Most certainly not. Kind of why I said Black Ops, that sort of thing. I mean,
So maybe espionage intelligence.
yeah, that definitely counts.
All right, so that's Command 2, Con 2, Security 3, Engineering 1, Science 3, Medicine 1. Add that to the YT modifiers of 2 points in Con, 1 point in Engineering. That gives us Command 2, Con 4, Security 3, Engineering 2, Science 3, Medicine 1. For talents, it has rugged design for the baseline, and I'm thinking improved repulsor drives for the instead of improved reaction control system for the profile talent.
Well, considering it hovers.
Yeah, let's see, just need to find, let's see, there we go. Let's see. Yes, and the YT has the same special rules as every warship: FTL propulsion drive, hyperdrive, and deflector screens. And it also has modular loadout, meaning we're going to give this thing some weapons. Oh, and it has room for one more talent.
That's at your own recognizance.
Yeah, let's see. For the purposes of this video and document, I'm going to give it improved hyperdrive as opposed to improved warp drive.
Of course, as Take probably hasn't pointed out, due to an issue, this is also meant to cover the stock YT-1300.
Yeah.
Regardless, there'll be docs for both in the description.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So for the weapons, as I said, this thing has no weapons by default, but because of the modular loadout rule, a YT-1300 can have 2 energy weapons up to 2 energy weapon types and or 1 torpedo missile weapon type. So laser cannons and concussion missiles, I think.
That is generally how it works.
Yeah.
Regardless, that is the Millennium Falcon. Oh, of course, there is, the descriptor traits, which YT is basically just Corellian light freighter and...
Yeah, Corellian light freighter. And Corellian light freighter. Ubiquitous and independent starship, because these things are typically owned by independents.
And for the Falcon, well, Does she really need a descriptor trait?
Famous, probably.
Famous, infamous, either or.
Yeah.
Regardless, that's the Falcon. And the YT-1300.
Yep.
They're a common sight. Where they're from.
Indeed.
Bye-bye.